All right, well, welcome back to the homestead. As you can see, garden is kind of getting away from us a little bit. We've been gone, a little bit busy the last week or so. Haven't had a chance to really do anything. You can kind of see, got a lot of leaves going on, got a lot of weeds. And really the biggest thing we're going to show here is how nice it is to have those rows split up a little bit. So we can just go down here and fire up the tiller, run it right down between the rows, and no need to get on our hands and knees and weed everything out. We're still going to have some weeds in here, but the majority of everything's going to be taken care of right off the rip. So if you have the ability, I would definitely encourage you to spread your rows out just a little bit. It'll make it a lot easier to just run a tiller through there, not have to worry about weeding, especially at least in the middle of your rows. So another thing that we've had to deal with a lot with is a lot of really harsh wind in the probably last week or so. So a lot of our bigger plants, the green beans that are trying to get up and sprout a little bit taller, they're starting to want to fall over. We're going to take a look at that. You see the wind damage where plants actually pretty tall, and since I've been gone for a week, I haven't had a chance to tie them up the way I should. So we're going to come back in and look at that. We do have some bean sprouts already on those plants. Let's go ahead and do it the simple way. Easiest thing I can do is just get some twine. I'm going to run it down close, maybe 2 to 3 inches off the ground, tying it at every post, pulling it tight, and you can already see it's going to make those plants start to stand up a little bit. And I'm just going to go back while I'm out here, go ahead and knock out 2 or 3 more strings. Once I get all those set, that's going to give something for the plant to lean against. I'll also go back and tie an additional string from the top. And then we also have our little handy dandy, I don't know what the official term for this is, but it's a plastic wrap with some staples on it. Just tried it out this year. It seems to actually really help. I do like that you can adjust how much tension you want on it. So right here on my finger, I can make it really tight. Still able to slip that off, but I can also pull it back, give a little more slack for the plant. That way, whenever we do it, it's not right up against there. So here's a quick little example. We can see the plants are kind of being held up by that string that we put in. I'm going to go ahead and use that little gun to attach it onto the top string, making sure not to crush anything. Later on, I can come back as these plants continue to get taller. These aren't quite tall enough yet to tie to that string, but we'll bring a string all the way from the top straight down. We'll do that every maybe 5 feet or so. Here's another, just tying that plant nice and tight up against there. It's going to help that wind not to knock it down so bad. Nice and simple. And guys, it really does save a ton of time trying to, tie a little twist tie around a plant or worry about doing it too tight. Really actually think this gun is going to come in handy quite a bit. I think it was around $35. I got the gun with 1,000 staples and I don't know, 6 or 7 rolls of the plastic. I'm going to call it tape. It's not sticky. It's just a plastic roll. You can see these bigger plants, it's a lot easier, give them a little bit of flexibility, clip it on there and move on to the next one. Kind of taking my time here because I'm just experimenting with it, but I'm very happy with it. Here you can see the little green beans. I didn't really zoom in on here, but we'll catch back up with these guys here in another week or so.